Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at a setup we had in crude today. Crude this morning was bullish. We were moving in an uptrend. We put in this pivot high right here, and then crude made a pullback and then worked its way back up. So we had a resistance line right here. In fact, this bar right here, you can see there was a little wick there. This bar had actually pushed up there and then pulled back and made a temporarily short-term double top right there. So we drew our resistance line in and then we waited for the breakout. We got a breakout that triggered in at 61.60, and then crude just cruised right on higher. Our initial target was 62.32. We hit that, and then crude actually continued to go higher, but we hit our initial target at 62.32 off the 61.60 break. So potential to grab $700 per contract on that resistance break right there. We had that being confirmed by our 30-minute chart. That resistance break was happening right here. You could see that we had left this big bottoming tail, and it wasn't really a perfect hammer. You had a little topping tail right there, but definitely a really bullish bar right there. And then the breakout was actually triggered by this bar right here. This was a really bullish bar on the breakout, ran up into our target, and then you can see, and again, this was a real bullish 30-minute confirmation on our Renko breakout. We had triggered in a bullish inflection. Momentum had already crossed to the upside. All of our moving averages were in alignment. The 50 EMA was about to cross the 200 to the upside, and this bar triggered all of that. So this was a really strong bullish trigger bar. Took us right up into target. Crude made a pullback, set up this bull flag. Bull flag triggered, and then crude just ripped higher. Now it ripped higher off of OPEC news, but if you were trading this 30-minute chart, the way we trade these, you trade the trigger of the bull flag, your stop goes a couple ticks under this bar, and then you just trail. A couple ticks under this one, a couple ticks under here, a couple ticks under here. And believe it or not, you didn't get stopped out. The low of that bar was 63.96. Your stop's a couple ticks underneath that. The low of that bar was actually 63.97. So you wouldn't have gotten stopped out there. Your stop goes under the low of this bar, and technically you would still be in this trade. Now you're super extended, so you should be out of this, but using the one bar trailing stop, technically you would still be in this trade, and that's, so far has made a huge move. That bull flag triggered at 62.37. I mean, we've hit a high of 64.46, so $2,000 per contract potential. And again, if you're just trailing one bar trails, you're still in it. So, but again, crude's making a huge move off of news. OPEC and Russia are at it again, so nice bullish move in crude. But the initial resistance break was a nice trade first thing this morning.